Hey everybody, it's Kendra. So welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. Okay, my video today, I am talking about a brand I really like, and I also talked about this brand a lot back in March. So I'm talking about Alpha H. Alpha H is a great Australian skincare brand. I used to get my Alpha H when I lived in France. I'd order it from QVC in the UK. So back in March, I did 3 videos about my Alpha H obsession. So I had one video about cleansers, one video about like nightly treatments, and then my third video was just kind of other bits and bobs that like didn't fit into the cleanser or nightly treatment categories. Anyway, I'm coming back to this today. I want to touch base. I want to go back through these products, everything I talked about, and give you my feedback. You know, it's been 6-7 months since I, first had all of these. Even it's been a year, almost a year since I've had some of these. So I want to retouch on these things and let you know how I feel, 6 months, a year after. Are these products really good? Are these things I would still repurchase? And the thing is, now it's more difficult for me to get Alpha H here. I can't order from QVC in the UK. They don't ship to the US. So, it's much more difficult, and it's probably going to be more expensive for me to get some of these products. So anyway, there are some I would definitely repurchase and some that are sort of like, yeah, whatever, won't repurchase. So let's start with the cleansers. So first cleanser is the Triple Action Cleanser with Thyme. This is a gel cleanser. This stuff is fabulous. So I use this every morning. This is my second bottle. This is a 500 ml bottle. I have a backup of this too. This I would definitely repurchase, and I would definitely go out of my way to get this again. I really like this stuff. Very gentle. It's a gel cleanser. I use it every morning. It just, it doesn't strip your skin. It doesn't make your skin feel dry. It's just wonderful. This stuff is super good. Okay, my next cleanser is the Microcleanse, and this has glycolic acid and rice bran. This is a wonderful exfoliant. So it has the rice bran, so it's sort of a physical exfoliant, and then there's the glycolic acid, and that's more of a chemical exfoliant. This stuff I use maybe 3 times a week. Really good stuff, makes my skin really smooth, really soft, gets off like that top layer of dead stuff. Love this. I think I have a stock of maybe 5 or 6 of these, so this I will be set on for a while, but I definitely would repurchase this. The third cleanser I had talked about was their anti-aging cleanser, and I believe this was like with glycolic and lactic acid. I don't have the packaging anymore. I finished this up months ago. This cleanser, yeah, I wasn't such a big fan of. It was fine. Ooh, there's a kitty. There's a kitty. Meow. That cleanser, I don't know. I just felt like it almost felt like a little bit too harsh. Maybe it was because it had both of these acids in it. It just kind of tingled on my skin. I just was not a fan of that one. So definitely would not repurchase that one. I sort of felt like I needed to use it up, but I didn't really want to. I forced myself to finish it, but I was not a big fan of that one. Okay, nightly treatments. So this is the product that Alpha H is the most famous for. This is their liquid gold. This is their liquid gold with glycolic acid. So I do have this in a 200 ml size and a 100 ml. This is nearly empty, yeah, and this one is pretty full. This stuff is fabulous. I use this every other night, wash my face at night, and then I take a cotton pad, apply this. That's it. That's all I do. The next morning I wake up with really soft skin. My skin is just glowing. I get excited every time I can use this because I just know I'm gonna look better when I wake up in the morning. So this, absolutely will repurchase this. I definitely have a big one of these, and this one is pretty full. So I should be set for a while. You don't go through this very quickly. So these, I should be set for at least like 9 months, hopefully. But yeah, I will for sure repurchase that one. It's super good. Okay, my next nightly treatment is the Liquid Gold Intensive Night Repair Serum. So this is a very nice serum. I will say that. I really like the product itself. I alternate this with the Liquid Gold, do my nightly routine, put this stuff on. The next morning, my skin definitely is like clearer and more glowy and plump. But my issue with this is the packaging, and this is super annoying, and this is why I would not repurchase this again. It's so hard to get this stuff out. I don't know what it is about their packaging, but like, it's a pump. It's not that difficult. Like, I'm not stupid, okay? You should be able to pump it, but look, I'm pumping. Nothing comes out. So, I mean, this stuff is pretty expensive and I feel like I'm gonna have to just crack it open and put this into a jar. So I would totally repurchase this again, but the packaging needs to be improved. I do not like the packaging. The exact same thing happened with my first one of this. And also you can see like the gold paint here is sort of like chipping away. And I just I don't really want that mixed in with the serum and on my skin. Like, this is decoration, that's not skincare product. So this stuff, really like the product, but I really hate the packaging, so I will not repurchase this. Okay, another nightly treatment. This is the Liquid Gold Radiance with Ferulic acid. So this one is basically like, it's very similar to the normal Liquid Gold, but it has this ferulic acid, and that is meant to, you know, fight hyperpigmentation. This stuff I really like. I probably would repurchase it again. My thing with this, I always forget about it because I'm so used to alternating these two. So if I do this, I would have to do this and then this and then this and then this. Because this and this you can't go back to back on. So I just kind of always forget about this. Maybe it's just because it's really small. But it is a really nice product, does what it's supposed to do. So yeah, maybe I would repurchase this, but I still have a lot of this left. I haven't actually used a ton of this just because I'm a ding-a-ling and forget about it. Okay, and then the last night treatment I used was the Rejuvenating Night Cream. I have long since finished that one up, so I don't have the packaging here either. That one was okay. The product was fine. I wouldn't repurchase it. I wasn't like super thrilled about it. You know, it moisturized my skin. It had glycolic acid in it, so it definitely made it like quite glowy as well. But I think it just is better suited for more mature skin. I didn't feel like it was like an appropriate match with my skin type. So it's nice. I think if you have mature skin, you'll probably really like it. Okay, then my third video I talked about was just kind of like the random other stuff I had picked up. So the first one, we have the Age Delay Hand and Cuticle Cream. So this is just a hand cream. I use this at night. It has glycolic acid in it. It's supposed to just make your hands like really soft. I guess it works. I don't know. I wouldn't repurchase this. I just don't really need like glycolic acid for my hands. But it's nice. I gave one to my mom. I think she likes it. I'm not sure. I haven't really asked her. But yeah, wouldn't repurchase that one. Okay, next we have the Daily Essential Moisturizer with SPF 50. This I just didn't use. I've had this for months and I just never really got into it. I tried it a few times. I don't know, it didn't really seem to make me break out, but I just didn't really like it. Not for any particular reason. I was just kind of not thrilled about it. So I actually have two of these. I think maybe I gave one of these to my mom. I don't remember. But yeah, this one, yeah, it's okay. If you need a high SPF, maybe it would work for you. I just wasn't really feeling it. Maybe I didn't want something with that high of an SPF. I don't remember. I have a good SPF 20 cream, but not from Alpha H. So I think I just preferred that one. I think that was more why. Anyway, and then the last thing I had talked about, we had the Absolute Eye Complex. This is a really nice gel for your eyes. I definitely have a stock. I think I have 2 extras of these as a stock. So I'll be set with this for a while. And this stuff I probably would repurchase. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It's, it's just very moisturizing, feels good. It's a gel, so it's quite cooling. Yeah, really like this one. Okay, so there you go. Those are the products that I initially had picked up. So the standouts for me, really the Triple Action Cleanser, the Eye Complex, the Liquid Gold, the Microcleanse, and then also I would say the Liquid Gold Radiance. I have also picked up a few other Alpha H products, and I just want to briefly mention those. I'm not going to give you like a really intense opinion on these. These are newer products. I haven't really developed a strong opinion on them yet. I just want to show you what I've got. Okay, so I also picked up another cleanser. So this is their Balancing Cleanser with aloe vera. This is a cream cleanser. And this, I believe you are meant to use with the Triple Action Cleanser. I believe the Balancing one, you're supposed to go first, and this is like your second cleanse. So first cleanse, second cleanse. I never do that. I haven't really gotten into this as much. I think I just really prefer the gel. But I have, like, this bottle is pretty much full, so I really need to play with that more. This is the Liquid Gold Perfecting Day Wear with Mineral Bronzing Beads. So similar packaging to this, but the day one, I do not have such an issue with actually getting it out of the packaging. So my initial impression on this, This is kind of like a day serum you use, and it has glycolic acid, and it also is supposed to like bronze your skin. It has these little beads in it that, you know, give you a bit of a glow. I like it, and I actually sometimes use this at night when I can't get the night serum to come out of the bottle. My thing with this, I don't really want to use glycolic acid products during the day because I think sunlight just deactivates the glycolic acid, and also it like makes me a bit fearful about sun damage. I basically generally always wear SPF during the day, but I don't really want to have glycolic underneath the SPF. It just seems kind of counterintuitive. I'd rather do my acid treatments at night and then SPF during the day to protect my skin. So this is their liquid laser with hexapeptide concentrate. Hoo-la-la. This is one of their big, like fancy new products. I have not actually even used this. This is brand new. I just put the little dropper in, haven't even tried this. I have so many other skin things I've been playing with at night, so have not even tried that. Yeah, I've heard this is really good for mature skin. Maybe it's gonna be too intense for mine, but we'll see. And then the last one is their Instant Facial with cypress and barley. This stuff, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, basically I wash my face and then you can just kind of spritz this on and that's sort of it. This, again, like this has, you know, this has acids in it. So using this during the day, you have to use SPF after it. So I do sort of feel like it's a dangerous game I'm playing. You know, if I use this or the liquid gold day wear one, I sort of feel like I've got to be super careful. If I use that, then I've got to be very, very vigilant about, you know, putting on SPF. So I don't know. Anyway, these are just my like little ramblings about my Alpha H goodies. Okay, so there you have it. That is my little Alpha H review, you know, 6 months to a year after the fact. So of the initial 12 products I had, I really liked 5. I'm actually really glad I only liked 5, enough to reorder, because it is a little bit annoying to get them in the US. So Alpha H, please start selling your beautiful products in America. I'm sure you would have a huge success here. There are tons of people here who would buy your stuff. No doubt about that. Overall, I do think Alpha H is a really fabulous brand. I really like that the packaging is so simple. It's not fancy. I just feel like you're not paying for packaging. I feel like you're paying for really good skincare, and that's so much more important to me. I don't care if the packaging is beautiful and luxurious and extravagant. You know, sometimes with makeup, I will admit I am a sucker for beautiful packaging with makeup, but you know, skincare, I want stuff that works. I don't care if it's beautiful. I want the product to do what it's supposed to do. I want the product to make my skin look better. So with this brand, I've really, really been pleased. I'm very happy to have started using these acid-based products. I feel like my skin is much more glowing and much more plump. And I feel like I look younger too, actually. Like, I'm 29. I feel like when anybody guesses my age now, they always say like I'm 24. So I'm not 24, and I don't think these people were trying to sell me anything. I don't think they really had any reason to, like, you know, lie and say, oh, you look so young, but whatever. So yeah, really like Alpha H on the whole. I think it's a really, really good brand. If you've never tried it and you can get your hands on it, I would totally recommend doing so. If you're brand new to the brand, I would say start with the liquid gold, but be careful when you start because it definitely can tinkle. So again, this is not a toner. I mentioned this a couple times, like back in my March videos, but this is not a toner. You know, just use this once every other day, once every 3 days. And yeah, just let your skin adjust to it, see how it goes. If you have sensitive skin, be a bit more careful. And always use SPF too, because a lot of these products do have acids in them, and then, you know, your skin is much more sensitive. So use your SPF during the day. So I hope this was helpful. I have had a few requests to do this video recently, so I wanted to get this done before any more time had passed. I feel like 6 months to 1 year is plenty of time for me to make up my mind on products. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!